So you're telling me that you want to go from our really easy scenario from last week, where you went from Dropbox to Instagram, to something that goes from Google Sheets using API calls to create a video in JSON? Sure, of course we can. It is a whale of a problem, and there's only one real way to eat a whale, and that's one bite at a time. So that's what we're going to go through this week. This week's video, we are going to look at ways that you can structure a data set so that you can actually create these faceless, AI-generated viral videos completely on autopilot. Next week, we will have to have a part two. We will go through actually creating all of those videos. But this week, it's about curating and getting all of the video clips and your entire structure set up so that you can actually set up your videos on autopilot. And don't worry, even though some of these pieces can get a little bit complex, I will have everything that you need, all of the resources you need, linked in the description below. So if you're ready to build out your framework for creating amazing AI-generated faceless videos on autopilot, then grab your coffee or your drink of choice and meet me at the computer. Okay, so here we are at the computer, and as usual, we are starting with a Google Sheet. So this is going to be kind of the format of the video idea that I have, where we're going to start with a short form video that's going to have 4 different clips with captions, of course, with topic, narrative, and the tool and platform I'm going to be discussing. So that's what I've got. Now, in order to get this filled in, we have a prompt that you can feed into your favorite LLM. And all you have to do is copy this, paste it in there. Now you're going to notice that there's the insert topic. So this should be topic agnostic, more or less. So you can copy all of this, and then we will select it all, copy, and then I'm going to use Claude. And with Claude, here's the trick though. When you paste something, see how it looks like it's an attachment. All you have to do is type in this. Topic is, I said automation and AI. Now, whatever your niche is what you can use. So this would work for real estate or fitness or whatever that is. Now you can just see it's just going to bake here. It's going to go through. Take a read through, see if there's anything that you want to change. You can tell Claude to change it. And once you're happy with that, then what you can do, if you can see on the bottom right-hand corner-ish, there is the like a download button and a clipboard. If you click the clipboard, that will select this entire chart for you. So if you click that, it'll be all copied, and then you go over to your spreadsheet and press Control-V, and there it is. So now we've got all of these different keywords. I've got another tab here called B-roll link, and here's most of the keywords that we would have seen in here, right? You'll always have these keywords that you can feed in for future versions of this output, right? Because we're only doing 10. But here in my Dropbox, I've got all of the digital videos, but that's not going to do us any good. I actually need to get the links. So in order to get these links, we go to make.com, and we're going to, up in the upper right-hand corner, create scenario, and then we're going to start here in the center with tools. And I'm going to use the increment function. It will help us with selecting our proper rows in the Google Sheet, because we need to look up, what we're going to do is we got to look up these keywords. Right? So if we're going to get a cell, and it's going to come from that sheet that we just looked at. So make sure you're using the right connection. My drive, I'm going to use that content calendar. So it's just there at the bottom. And the sheet name, of course, is going to be the B-roll links. So B-roll is just instead of your A-roll. So the cell is A, and then increment function will give us the row number. So we've got the column A, row, whatever row we're at through the increment. We're going to search for files and folders in Dropbox, and what we're going to search for is this keyword, which is there. Now, if you noticed, I actually ended mine with either 916 or 619, so that's to do with the dimensions. Is it a 9 by 16 or 16 by 9? It was just how I differentiated it. You go into the folder where you've housed your clips, if you've got B-roll clips. So I'm assuming you might have some that you want to save, that you want to use in the future, and you've got them in Dropbox, then this is where you can put them. These are going to be the file categories as a video. So click that. Now, if they were images, you could use that as well. So now that we search for that, we need to now create, update a share link. So this is what we need to do. So the file path is going to be the file folder ID from the previous Dropbox module. Give the link access, max access. That's it. Then we're just going to click OK. Now we want to update our Google Sheet with column B. We're gonna just say update a cell with the URL, right? So the spreadsheet ID, again, it's going to be the content calendar. The sheet name is going to still be B-roll link, and then the cell is going to be B, and then the increment function for, see, there we go, for the row number. And then the value is going to be this download URL from the previous Dropbox. So we want to update that cell with our link. Let's just rename this. I should have done that at the beginning probably. So we're going to say get Dropbox links for, I don't know. No, let's just take that out. Get Dropbox links is what it'll be called. And this will be available in the description below. Just pop a quick save, just zoom out a little bit here. So now we're going to get the Google Sheet, look up that name in Dropbox. There we go. We're going to right click and run the first module only because see, we come up with row 1, which is the header row. So we don't want to go through that. We want like A2 to update B2, A3 to update B3. So that's kind of how it goes. Now we're going to click a run once, so that we can sort of get that into our Google Sheet. So this is really fast. And we'll go and check it out. Oh, I got to scroll up. And here it is. There's the Dropbox link. Now I'm just going to go and fill the rest in. And here we are back again. I've got this all filled in. So there we go. Now what we do, we want to get this into, this is going to be the feeder sheet for our JSON videos. So in order to do that, what we can do is from the B-roll link, we need to get from here, from this column into here, depending on what the keyword is. So we're going to use a VLOOKUP function and if you're familiar with this in Excel, great. If not, just follow along and I'll have this in the description below as well. So we're going to VLOOKUP H2. And we're just going to highlight A and B. We're just both of these columns. And we're going to say 2 because it's going to be in column B, which is the second column. And then we're going to say false, false meaning that we were looking for the exact term. And see, there you go. It lifts it. Now, if we just copy this all the way down, because if we don't have all of these keywords in our B-roll links folder, we're going to be thrown an error. But let's just see what happens. See? We can see we don't have a video for that. We don't have a video for that. So how do we deal with this error? First, we're going to use a nested if is what it's called. So if is NA. So basically what this is saying is that if this formula results in an NA, which we see it does, we're going to close the bracket here. Then, which is a comma, then we're going to put in need clip between quotation marks. So it'll put that word need clip. Otherwise, we're going to redo this VLOOKUP, right? So you just copy it. Now, I don't really like to do this, okay, because it'll fill it in the whole column all the way down. See? So I usually just copy and paste because we don't have enough to really worry about. So I'll just Control Shift down and then delete. That's my trick. So now what we can try to do is to copy this to the next set of columns here, right? 2 columns over. We're going to get an error. So we get this need clip, which we know isn't going to be true. And the reason being, just like any VLOOKUP, what I didn't do rather, is I didn't anchor these two columns, A and B. So you need to put a little dollar sign here. So that was my bad. So you say dollar sign and then dollar sign. That all that does is it makes sure that it's only ever looking in column A and B, no matter where you move this column or where you move this formula in this sheet. So there we go. I'm just going to drag this down. Boom. And again, this formula is going to be in the description below. We're going to do a copy, paste. See, now we can see they're all there. Copy, paste. We see it's all there. We see there's a need clip in one of these, and copy, paste here. Now, to make these need clips stand out a bit more, you can do a conditional formatting, which I'll probably do. You just do that by going to your format ribbon and put in conditional formatting. So I'm going to run away and take care of that now. Okay, so here we go. You can see, I'm going to just add another rule. I started with this. The rule is text contains need clip, and then I'm just going to change it to this pink. So if a cell says need clip, it will change to this pink. It's just easier for me anyway to see it. This is optional. You don't have to do this at all, but I just like to be able to see where I might need a clip. So where are we going to get them? Right from here. From Pexels. Now Pexels, it's free. You can set up your free account. You can look for anything you want. I'm going to the AI voice. So if I wanted to look at that, there's some really cool images that you can use. But again, you'll have a free account. So all you do is go to the three dots at the upper right hand, Image and Video API. Once you're signed in, I've got to make sure you sign in. You'll have your free API key. It's not going to cost you a thing. And you can use this to now lift videos, images from Pexels, and we'll do that in make.com. Now, of course, in a previous video here, we actually went through this in a little bit more detail. But now to get this, what we're going to do is we are going to search rows, because we're going to look for those keywords that say need clip. I'm going to use my nailed it. My drive, this spreadsheet ID, of course, we're going to go right back to the content calendar. Eventually, the sheet name, of course, is going to be educate this time. The table contains headers, yes. Column range, I'm going to say A to Z. Z because I'm Canadian, but because it doesn't really go that far. And this time I'm going to put in some filters. So I'm going to put in 4 filters. So the 4 filters will be our keyword. The Dropbox URL, so the one next to the keyword, because that is the one that's going to say, so number 1, Dropbox URL, if the text says need clip, which is what we've put in there, right? So we can filter that. I'm going to just copy that. I'm going to add an or rule, because we don't want all of them to be true. It's only if any one of these can be true. We'll do that for clip 2. For clip 3 and clip 4. So it's just kind of a rinse and repeat. Clip 3, and then another or, and we're going to do the same for clip 4, which should be just in your drop down. There we go. And I'm doing a control V because I just copied the need clip. We're going to order this by, now I have a date range, posting date, which is in column A for me. And the field type is a date. It's going to order, it's ascending, and we're going to do 1. We just want to do one at a time, and we're going to click save. I don't know why it does this. This glitches on me sometimes, and we'll click save again. Now, what we're going to do is add a router, because we're going to look for each column individually. So it's flow control and then router. It's the 4th one down. We see we've got 1, 2, and we're going to right click on there and set up a filter. So the filter is going to be, we're going to say that if it is link 1, link 1 missing, right? So if we're looking at a row and that first link, if that one is missing, the condition is going to be obviously that clip 1, which we just did in our filters, that this text operator, again, I could do control V because I've already copied that, right? There we go. And we're going to do the same thing for this filter. Link 2 missing. So again, I know it's a little bit of a repeat work, but you know what? You do this a few times and you'll never forget it. We're going to do that. link clip 2, need clip. Okay. And then we're going to add another thing with the same filter, but this one is going to be for link 3. And the reason why we're doing this is so that if this link, instead of there being a URL, if it says need clip, then it will go and search for that clip. That's the whole purpose of it, because right after here, we're searching for the clip in Pexels. But if it's already existing, there's no point in duplicating the efforts. And, I think there are limits to what you can use because it is a free tool. Need clip. And these are professional level images as well. Okay, so after this, we're going to add a module for make an HTTP request because Pexels does not have its own module in here. So we've got to find our HTTP module. There it is. And it's going to be, we're going to go show more because what we need is make an API key auth request. So we got our API key from Pexels before. Just use that. Now the URL, this is going to be in the description below. You can copy and paste it, and I'll make it really clear where you need to put in your query. So right after the word query and equals is where we're going to put the keyword. So this keyword is going to be the clip 1 keyword because we're just looking for clip 1. There it is. Now we've got the orientation and only 1 per page. So this is just, you can find this in the documentation for Pexels as well. The method is going to be get, and then in the headers, the name is going to be authorization. This is what they use as an authorization key. And then the value, that's going to be the Pexels API key that you would have just created. There it is. And then parse response, we want to say yes to that. And we're going to click the save. And right after this, what we're going to do is we're going to add in a Google Sheets here. And it's going to be add a row, because what we're going to do is we're going to add this to our keyword or our B-roll kind of log, right? So in future, if we're looking for the exact same keyword, we're already going to have a link. It's going to be in our content calendar, of course. We're going to go to B-roll links and we're going to add a row there. Table contains headers, yes. So what we're going to do is the keyword, we're going to add in the clip 1 keyword. And then the URL is going to come from here, from the HTTP. Now the thing is, we have to right click and run this module only so that we can actually get data to put into this other module. So I'm just going to type in dog. Okay, there we go. We see that something's come through. And now in here, so in here, if you see, you can go into this there. So from here, you can see how to make it a bit bigger. Data, then videos, video files. You have to dig really deep for this, and then link. So again, this one is you have to dig for it. So it's data, video files, link. That's kind of how it is. So data, videos, video files, link. This again is going to be in the description below. So this should just work for you, but FYI. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a shift and select all of this. There we go. I can right click now and I can copy these modules, and I can just Control V, or I think Command V works. Again, and one more time. So we've got all 4. Then I'm going to link it here. I'm going to delete this module, and I've got to move a few things around here. Okay, so there we go. I just needed to move a few things around, and I just got this all reset. So now, unfortunately, when I deleted it, look at this. I have to reset all of these filters. So apologies for that, gang. So now so if this happens to you, it's really straightforward. Again, we need to change this. We want to make sure that it's the clip 2 URL. Oh, and we're going to want to rename that to link 2 missing. and rinse and repeat for the next two, right? So you can just click on the filter, and then you should be able to update that. So change the name, and we're going to change what it's grabbing from, Save. And the same here. And there we go. So we've got to make sure that all of these filters are correct, but also we're going to need to do the same things in our HTTP modules. So we need to change this. So how we're linking this up. So we're going to just kind of back out of here. And there we go. Save. Now here we scroll down and we see that this is linking back to the old thing. We're going to change this, see, and even this, you can leave this as it is, but we can take it out as well. So we'll do both. There we go. So if we do this, but again, you're going to have to rerun this module again anyway, right? So I'll just put in data for a placeholder. It's not really necessary actually, but we're going to right click and we're going to run this module only. And then for the placeholder for something for it to search, we'll say sunshine, because it needs to have something to search or it won't really come back with anything. Now we see something's come back, and if we scroll down, voila, it's already picked it up, and you can see that it's that HTTP module that it's pulling from. So we click OK. And then again, we just need to make sure that we've got the right clip. Why did that happen? There we go, clip 2, because this is going to be the clip that we need, right? So there we go. And it's not going to be it's going to be the URL that we need to update. So this one we also need to check right here. So it's the clip 1. We want this to be clip 2 keyword, or clip 3 rather, keyword. Right? There we go. Save, and we're going to have to run this module. So just right click, run this module only, and then just look for something. So I'll say ocean. Why not? Look for a video of an ocean. Boom. It's done that. It's found something. And now what we can do is we can see, look, it's already linked it up. But here what we need to do is change this. There. And then this one, we're going to change this up again. The keyword is what we're looking for, and then we're going to have to run this module only. And then the keyword here, we're just going to search for dancing. Why not? Video of dancing. But it only takes a second. See, it doesn't take very long for it to find the actual thing. So it already, there we go. And we're going to change this one out too, so that we have this for the clip 4 keyword. That's the keyword we want to have in our Google Sheet. Et voila. We're going to, we should change the name, but don't worry. I'm going to have this all exactly how it should be linked in the description below. So Pexels get video. Just get video. There, so that's something that I can deal with, and I'm going to click a quick save. There we go. So this should go through for the row, each one of those URLs. Like if it says needs clip, then this will pick it up and go and search for a clip in that particular column or for that particular cell. So if we just click a run once, there we can see, look, it's only the last one because the first 3 columns had a clip. So we come back over here, if you recall, there's the Pexels video right there. And if we go to the B-roll link, scroll to the bottom, typing. That's it. And now we've got this in our library. Now, if you really wanted to check it out as well, just to make sure that it is what you want it to be, instead of having to go into Pexels and search for one and download it, look at that. It's a fantastic clip that you can use in some of your short form videos for sure. So we'll close that out. And now we've got everything that we need to be able to feed into a JSON file. We're going to, of course, run through this a few more times to make sure we get all of these other clips. But once you have this, and once you have your B-roll library, you should be able to run this pretty easily moving forward. Okay, so there you have it. Now that we've got all of our clips all together in our spreadsheet, next week we will be able to have this all set up so that we can create a template using what I like to use is ShotStack. You can use any other type of video creator, but personally I find ShotStack has the best bang for the buck, as it were. So we will set up a template in ShotStack, and then we'll set up another scenario so that everything that we've just created will all come together seamlessly and beautifully so that you can have your viral faceless videos and we can generate them on autopilot and with the help of AI. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you're interested in next week's video, please make sure that you hit the like button, but make sure that you hit subscribe and the little bell icon so you don't miss next week where we do make all of the magic happen and creating our videos. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy generating!